First, let me describe what my new book, How Not to Diet, is not about. If you want to be regaled with success stories and testimonials and before and after pictures, you have come to the wrong place. See, you don't need anecdotes when you have evidence. I wrote this book for those who want the facts, not filler, fantasy, or fluff. I'm not interested in offering dueling anecdotes, and the last thing we need is more dietary dogma. What I was interested in is the science. When it comes to making life-and-death decisions as important as what to feed yourself and your family, as far as I'm concerned, there's only one question. What does the best available balance of evidence say right now? My goal was to create the oxymoron, an evidence-based diet book. The problem is that even just sticking to the peer-reviewed medical literature is not enough. As concluded a commentary in the New England Journal of Medicine, false and scientifically unsupported beliefs about obesity are pervasive even in scientific journals. The only way to get at the truth, then, is to dive deep into the primary literature and read all the original studies. Right? Who's got time for that, though? There are more than 500,000 scientific papers on the subject, with 100 new ones published every day. Even researchers in the field might not be able to keep track of what's going on beyond their narrow domain. But that's what we do here at nutritionfacts.org. We comb through tens of thousands of studies a year, so you don't have to. Whether you're morbidly obese, just overweight like the average American, or at your ideal weight and just want to keep it that way, my goal was to give you every possible tweak and technique we could find to build the optimal weight control solution from the ground up. To that end, we identified 17 key ingredients to the ideal weight loss diet, with a chapter on each. Ideally, foods, meals, and entire dietary pattern should be anti-inflammatory, clean from industrial pollutants, high in fiber and water, low in high glycemic and addictive foods, added fat and sugar, calorie density, meat, refined grains, and salt, low insulin index, friendly to our friendly flora, rich in fruits, vegetables, legumes, and particularly satiating. No wonder a whole food, plant-based diet is the single most successful weight loss intervention without calorie restriction and exercise ever published in the peer-reviewed scientific literature and proven in a randomized controlled trial. Start packing your diet with real food that grows out of the ground, and the pounds should come off naturally, taking you down towards your ideal weight. OK, so that's what I spent the first half of the book doing, laying out the optimal weight loss diet. Then I spend the second half on all the tools I unearthed to drive further weight loss for any stubborn pounds that remain. In the first half, we learned that a calorie is not necessarily a calorie. 100 calories of chickpeas has a different impact than 100 calories of chicken or chiclets, based on their different effects on factors such as absorption, appetite, or our microbiome. In the second half, I go a step further and show how even the exact same foods eaten differently can have different effects. It's not only what we eat, but how and when. There are specific foods shown in interventional trials to cause you to burn more fat, suppress your appetite, rev up your metabolism, block the absorption of calories, and effectively take away even more calories than they provide. What's more, the context in which we eat matters too. The same number of calories eaten at a different time of day, in a different meal distribution, or after different amounts of sleep can translate into different amounts of body fat. Distinct forms of the exact same foods can be distinctly fattening. And did you know that combining certain foods together can have a different effect than eating them apart?